Good afternoon. Buon fan après-midi à tous. So let me have a short time about heat pumps. European Heat Pump Association, I'm representing here, we represent the whole industry in Europe, and we believe that we will have a key role in energy transition in Europe, and having very important participation of the most of the countries, we believe that we can do a lot for this energy transition. Very recently, we just had the decision of the European Parliament, the approval of the Renewable Energy Directive in last December. Means that in the renewables, there is a new definition called ambient heat, and most of the energy sources of the heat pumps fall in. So it means what is heat pump is renewable. Adding to that, I would like to say that not just renewable, but zero CO2 emission. So that's why we believe that we just not just green, but we are the way to turn Europe green and CO2 free. The sales of the heat pumps are very promising, very different in countries, and we have much recent data. So this year we see already that this year in some countries 50 or 80% plus sales we had compared to last year. Very promising and very interesting. But still we have a problem of decision making by each families or family houses. I just refer to Gudrun's presentation. So we cannot wait for each family's decision because just let me give you a data for this. For one family, turn their car into electric car will save 1.6 tons of CO2 in a year. If they turn their boiler, their gas boiler, into heat pump, they save 6 tons of CO2. It means 4 times more, but less interesting for a family to change this. So there is something to do on this. And maybe we have to act together, and maybe we should focus more on large heat pumps and the district heating for heat pumps. So let me give some examples. For example, this example show you that this is in Drammen in Norway. This gives you an example that it's feasible to make large heat pump system. We heard about the Vienna case, the Berlin case, and this one is in Norway, and it's a 30 megawatt unit. The heat source is a fjord, so it's a seawater heat source, and operates with a good COP already, and we have much better efficiency in other systems. So the energy from sources around is very important and very big potential, not yet used, and we can upgrade them to really a city size. Let me give you another example, which I'm very much more familiar with, because this is in Budapest, my home country, my hometown, and this is the project that we developed together with the municipality. This project heat source the raw sewage. It means that we are not at the treatment plant, we are in city center, and this project offers heating and cooling for a municipality building, for a new market hall, and other buildings around. And this can be upsized. In this case, it will be upsized for 4 megawatt, actually it's 1.7 megawatt. But we have already experience having 4 and 8 megawatt projects in town. So technically it's feasible to use this energy not yet used, and if I give an estimation, for example, in Budapest, the heat source, what we can have in a 2 million city is nearly 200 megawatts, not yet used. We're just talking about megawatts or some megawatts. I think heat pump should play a key role in transition of district heating. If we are talking about the fourth generation of district heating, there's definitely a role of centralized heat pumps. We have some, but we don't have enough. If we look at the other solutions, compared to other solutions, heat pumps are already in a mature phase. We prove already, this solution was proven in many cases, it can be upsized. So we believe that we have important role in this. And let me summarize and let me put together what we know about heat pumps and what we can do for district heating. So we prove already that district in our solution is highly efficient. We can talk about COPs 3 and more, but we can talk about, in some cases, COP 8 and 10. Because in many cases we can couple heating and cooling in the same times. If it's the case, we can talk about COP of 10 in some cases. 10 means that from 1 kilowatt hour of electricity, we produce 10 kilowatt hour of heat. It's very high. There's no other solution, no other technology can do this. We believe there's a high potential and a high efficiency that is already proven. Some people, some decision maker may think that heat pumps are small. It's not true anymore. I brought many examples, but just show two of them. So we can speak about 100 megawatts of potential and 10 megawatts or several 10 megawatts of each project. And can be a good thing about the system, they can be upscaled. Once they built, if we have further sources, even different sources, we see sources coupled with geothermal source and heat or water or sewage water source. They can work together in a same heating and cooling central, or just heating central. So they can be upscaled to very big sizes. When we speak about heat pumps, very often people think that they are low temperature heat pumps. Not true anymore. We see systems working up to 160 Celsius. We have projects working for brick drying or drying in food industry, working up to 140, 160 degrees. Technically, it's possible to have projects 180 degrees Celsius. I have to add also that the efficiency is lower. So when we talk about business scale, still we have to remain on low temperature and to forecast low temperature heating, district heating, when we would like to welcome heat pumps. But technically, it's feasible. Other thing we don't speak much is heating and cooling in the same time. What was surprising this year, that people started to buy heat pumps in Finland because they need for cooling. And they sold more than in August than ever before, and there was not enough heat pump in Finland for this. So with the climate change, we see also the rising demand for cooling, and with heat pumps it's given. You don't need to invest more. It's given. It's on site. And also for the people in this industry, in the district heating industry, it opens a new market, the cooling market, with the same assets, with the same heat pumps with the same local grid. New areas they can reach because in some areas they don't have their grid, but separately they can build like in Budapest. There is no district heating at all, but this is already a local grid and could be part of the. It's a municipality investment, but normally it could be part of a Budapest district heating system. And why not to gain places from new areas by having heat pump or centralized heat pump localized island systems. As I mentioned, we have very different kind of renewable sources available everywhere. That's why I'm talking about water sectors, because the most efficient heat pumps are water-to-water heat pumps. So there we can have very high COP 6 and above. But we can speak about water, tap water, sewage water, rivers, even air we can use for heat pumps. And the good thing, and I'm just coming to the end, it can be integrated with different solutions, like we talked about solar and wind. And very important thing about heat pumps, we store heat. We can store within the system heat, and storing heat is at least 4 times cheaper than storing electricity. Could be 100 times cheaper than storing electricity, and we can peak shave with this in electricity demand. And the last thing what I want to say. This solution is 2050 ready, because in 2050 we believe Europe will be CO2 free, and heat pumps are already CO2 free, depends on the electricity production. So we believe this is the right and key solution for the future. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Paul. Whoa. Thank you very much, Paul. So Paul, please take a seat up here, and I'd like to ask MAHOSZ, Gudrun, and Antonio also to take your seats up here, and I will hand out. Just sit anywhere. Anywhere. So I will start with giving you two the microphone, because I think we had a sort of request from Antonio. Please tell Antonio and the Commission what can be done to remove barriers and facilitate development of sectoral, district heating and the sectoral integration. I know it's a difficult task. I've been in meetings with the Commission, but we got to have some input from people who knows district heating, who are working with it in daily life. So you first, Gudrun, please.